Hello, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur, and welcome back to Surviving the Aftermath, where last episode we started to set up our camp, we had basic food and water supplies, we established a medical facility, but we also managed to have a few deaths as we've lost about half of our crew. About 4 from dying from thirst, and then we lost 1 to radiation during a nuclear fallout event. But we finally got the gate built and we managed to access the outside world. So now we're going to see what's going on. First, I think we need to assign people to the gate. Let's adjust worker slots. Change worker slots. You can now increase a building's productivity by adding additional workers. With the gate, I think the first thing we need to do is assign somebody to guard it. It looks like we're out of carriers though, so I'm going to have to start making some hard choices. But before we can do anything like that, we have a group of survivors at the gate. Hey, you're wasting your time with this. I heard half the continent is covered in a massive storm. Once it's here, we'll all be goners. Alright, well I don't like your attitude, that's for sure. There are 2 adults and a child. They do have some supplies. And it looks like they come with a specialist, so we need all the people we can get right now. Let's accept them. And that has taken care of our problem with the carriers. We now have a carrier and 2 specialists. So let's start with Mishka, and we can send him to the world map. And now we can go over to this farm that we discovered in the first episode. Yep, 1 action point. And then we can use 2 to scavenge, I believe. 0% chance of hazard. Right click. And he looks like he's picked up some food. I guess that's what that is. And now we can use him to start exploring the outer world. I assume we will hear back from that soon. And meanwhile, back at the colony, we still have 1 person being treated for radiation poisoning. So again, we're low on the supplies. We need to move the work area for our stockpile. See if we can find some wood and concrete. Up here isn't quite as polluted, even if it is a little bit farther. So Harry here, he's technically working at the burial pit, but we don't have any dead bodies right now, thankfully. So he is going to get that wood as well. And Mishka is ready for action. I'm not sure what kind of action, but we're going to find out. So you can scout over this way, but can you go there? Right now we found a scavenging place. Looks like an old factory maybe. So can we go check that out? Soon enough, I think. Here we have a tailor to help us get clothes in. Last episode that would have been a big help with some defense. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We have plenty of supplies at the moment. I'm already frustrated with the layout of my colony. So maybe we can fix that soon enough. But for now I'm going to put the tailor down here in our more industrial part of town. I think that's the right way around. Looks like my shelter has picked up contamination, 36%. We can put somebody on that. And back to the world map. Mishka, can he get over here? He can indeed. Got some good concrete there. He still needs to take that back to the colony though. And Sebastian is infected again. Is he the one that's on? What is his job? Why does he keep getting infected? Okay, if you go down here in the statistics menu, you can have a detailed overview of all your colonists. So Leo, for example, is the only one without a workplace, but I can't use this menu to reassign any of my colonists at the moment. At the very least, though, I can look in on Leo and see what he's up to. He's building the tailor. And our specialist is ready to go again. Can we make it? This way is fine. And then we can scout, or that's for next turn. Oh, we do have more scavenging to do over here. Somewhat of a turn-based game on the world map, and then real time down here at the colony. Kind of the opposite of what you normally see. We don't have any carriers though. I need to take one of these jobs. Certainly the burial pit. Hopefully we won't be needing that soon. We need to decontaminate this other shelter as well, so let's make that somewhat of a priority. And back to Mishka, we can get over here to the factory or whatever. And we found 13 tools, I imagine. It's a little bit cheap that you kind of know what you're going to get before you get there. Not sure why that is the case. We've spotted a bear. It's one of these events. Hunting opportunity. A group of colonists tell you that they saw an old bear walking past the camp no more than an hour ago. It walked slowly like it was injured, but might have plenty of fight left in it. If hunted down, the bear could provide the colony with considerable amount of meat. Do we have guns? I haven't been informed of any kind of firearms that we have. But sure, let's try to hunt the bear. Maybe we'll throw rocks at it. The group returned with an ashamed look on their faces. They couldn't track down the bear and had to turn back before wandering too far. They did find some berries. We'll take berries, no doubt. Hazel is now an adult and ready to help the colony. So we've got another carrier. That's always great news. And our specialist is ready to go as well. Let's see if we can scout. Maybe we still have resources we can get here. Yeah, he got another 13. That's pretty cool. Okay. It looks like we can still get food or whatever this is from over here, which is real close to our camp. So with 2 carriers, I think it's time to look and see what other kind of buildings we can get down. Let's get a second medical tent. I'm going to put it over here closer to the gate. So if anybody comes back needing attention, it looks like we're malnourished. Your colonists need a varied diet of both vegetables and meat. So make sure you are steadily providing both options. Do we have any more food options? I don't think so. I feel like we should be able to build a garden or something like that. Let's take a look at the tech tree. Basic survival skills are what we have now, but farming is apparently maybe our next option. I don't have any science points though. I'm not sure how to get science points. We have a different tree for production, one for colony, and finally one for exploration. So we're going to be needing a lot of science points. Meanwhile though, can we find a different option of berries that will help us a little bit? We are getting meat in with the trapper. Some good wood and concrete over here. But as far as the food goes, I'm going to be needing to come pretty far nowadays to get some more berries. So yeah, even though we have 16 food in storage and losing food every day, it still isn't good enough because we need to get more vegetables in. But I don't have the science or whatever to know how to grow a garden. Maybe we'll bring our specialist back soon and hopefully he'll bring some science with him. Someone's at the gate. Our medical tent is complete. Mother's worry. A weathered woman carrying a worn-out backpack marches towards the gate. Do you have any medicine? She asks as if at the store. I have 4 children. As you probably know, they're real infection magnets. I could trade you something for it. We could give her medicine for seed, corn seed I believe, or carrots, or we could turn her away. Well, I'm perfectly happy to take the seed. I hope that means that we can have a garden, but I'm not sure that's the case. So now we have 2 medicine and 1 corn seed. And if we go to the build menu, we still don't have a garden. Alright, let's start bringing this guy back as much as we can. See how that goes. We got more of whatever that is. He's out of points though. And back to Mishka once again. Let's get back to the camp. And now what happens? You're just back. You've got to at least add all your stuff to the pile. That was jerky that we got from the farm. We got a whole pile of jerky now, so that's excellent. It's not going to help our malnutrition, but it's a lot more food. So to get research, I need a specialist who has research skill. And then I send them out into the world and they can find valuable knowledge from specific locations. So whereas Mishka only has a research skill of 1, Makawi has a research skill of 4. So it'd be much better to send her out if research is what I need. Now let's come out this way. You have a lot more action points too. You have 7 action points. Can you scout over here? Looks like at the very least we found plastic. And we have survivors at the gate. 3 adults and 2 children. That's a lot of people. Does your settlement practice faith? You should. A sinful community will inevitably be torn down. Looks like all groups come with a specialist. That might not be true, but so far it is. Stella has 5 research skill. And they have lots of medicine, tools, and jerky. We'll accept you, but we will need to build, yes, more housing right away. I'm going to build it a little bit out of the way over here. Maybe we can get more of a residential section going on this side once the plastic here is cleaned up, which honestly isn't going to be that much longer. We have a water shortage as well now with the extra colonists. We still have plenty of resources for all that, so that's good. The question is, where are we going to put it? These wells are overlapping. That's probably part of the problem. Not too much, but enough. If we put the other well out here by the trapper, it will be 96% efficient. So meanwhile, Jack has grown into an adult as well. I think he looks a little bit different than he did. But anyway, he's going to be another runner, and we're immediately back up to 5, which is quite a bit. And excellent news as well. And with that in mind, let's finally get a fishing hut. It's not so far from the camp anymore. I think we can put it right out this way. Or I think I have the orientation wrong. Kind of sticks out into the water. Like that. Uh-oh, something's going on over here on our way to the fishing. We've been attacked by a fierce mouse. A whole pack of them. Leo is in terrible danger. Audrey is coming in to help. He gets a good kick in. He's not doing too bad. Audrey isn't really helping out a whole lot. We're going to get at least 1 or 2 of the mice down. 1 mice down. He's doing some good damage on the second one. Audrey gets a kick or 2 in. Some heavy action going on here. We're going to get another mouse down. Looks like there's still 2 more. We have a broken bone on... Who did I say that was? On Leo, yes. Both mice are injured, though. We're well below half health. I think we're just going to pull this off. Can we eat these mice afterwards? I would hope so. Yep, we've defeated the mice. Well done, Leo. Meanwhile, do we have... Yep, we're getting into another fight over here. This isn't going to go so well. These are rat beetles. These guys are kind of huge. So yeah, maybe it was a bad idea. Where are my specialists? These are the kind of thing they're supposed to do. Let's get over here. And then we have another specialist. Here we go. That's not the specialist. These 2 are really inseparable. There's the specialist. And Hazel, you really need to retreat. I'm not sure that's going to be a possibility, but it's just a scratch. Merely a flesh wound. Yep, Hazel is taking some big knocks. Hopefully the specialists show up soon. That might be a big help. Here comes Mishka. Hazel's going to get at least one kill in. There, rat beetle down. We have more backup here as well as Camilla is coming in. Are you just going to walk away now? There's more rat beetles. Hello. Yes, thank you. Over here, please defend your fellow. She's down to two health. Tell you what, why don't you hang out over here instead? Yep, just guard this fish house. Everything will be fine. Yep, and Hazel has died. Bled out, I believe, probably. Yep, injury. So she didn't make it, as I figured. She put up a great fight, you have to say. But unfortunately, the poor place of my fishing village has led to another death. We don't have anybody manning the pit right now. And our secondary well, or tertiary well at this point, is about 2/3 complete. But we have a specialist that is ready to go. Here is Makawi. She's got 28 plastics so far. Let's see what's going on over here. And there's some kind of enemy that we don't want to mess with. Yeah, that wouldn't go so well for us. Leo has died as well. I thought he was going to be okay. He definitely had time to make it back to the tent. But he's died in his shelter. Injury, yeah. Why didn't you go to the medical tent? It's idle. We have medicine. Maybe we don't have bandages or something like that. And then Jack, who is supposed to be working the burial pit, he's over here building the well. Right, your workplace is the burial pit. We have burials that need to be done. All right, the well is done, and Jack is on his way to pick up Leo. It would make more sense to come out here first, but whatever you want to do, Jack. So that was definitely an oversight on my part. I should have at least sent my specialist out that way to scout the area before I put the fishery down. The fishing hut is done though, and Camilla has taken up residence, and our specialist is ready to go again. Let's avoid the vandals and stay over this way if we can. I'm not sure what we found on this side, but it looks interesting. Charlie is injured now. How did you get injured? You're working in the recycling. I don't think you had any animals attack. Maybe there was an industrial accident? He does go to the medical tent, thankfully. I got that message from Leo that said it was only a scratch, and he didn't go to the tent. So I wonder if that was him being kind of a little bit of false bravado, and it cost him his life. Charlie this time has been much more intelligent. I'm not trying to let myself off the hook for that one, but he should have gone to the medical tent. I don't understand why he didn't. I just want to sneak another road. Yep, perfect. They don't cost anything, I don't believe. It's just a matter of taking the time to make it. And we can get over here to scavenge this turn. And we got 52 of those. Some good berry getting over this way. Might have to walk through the pollution first. That's no good, but Colonist Jack is under attack. So he's got another broken bone. This time maybe by... oh, more rat beetles over here. Thankfully it's a little bit closer. He's losing health fast, down to 2/3 already. Here comes the help. He's defending himself okay. There's a shot. He gets to run away. The beetles are running away now. There we go. We got another one. And Stella's trying to take one down. And it's not quite dead, is it? Yep, there we go. Right, so those beetles are taken care of. Hopefully Charlie is back in the infirmary. And back to Makawi. Nothing left here for us to get. Let's see what's going on next door. And yet, more enemies. Can we scout over here? Not till next turn. And back to Makawi now. We can scout over here. And some kind of tools or nuts and bolts of some kind. Colonists under attack over here again. It's Jack once more. This time it's only a fierce mouse. I think we should be able to take care of them pretty much on our own, but just in case, here we have Mishka. Let's get him over here. Take out the mouse. Yeah, Jack is actually doing a pretty good job of handling this himself, but there's quite a bit of them. Nope, he's going down. Oh, yet we have boars over here now. That's the problem. How's our specialist going to fare? He's doing okay for himself. These boars are tough, though. Down to a third of his health. And the boars are defeated. We lost 2 more colonists, which means we finally need to put somebody back in the burial pit. And we're out of carriers again. But I think with the death of 2 more colonists, that's a place to end the video. I've been feeling pretty good about where we are, but maybe I need to go around and take care of some of the threats that are too close to home. But for now, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur. This has been Surviving the Aftermath. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and have a good night.